Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Matthew Holmquist and Mildly Nuclear, with special thanks to Mike Spark and Valinrook, who both helped sponsor the series. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Phoenix Point, as we continue trying to stem the bleeding. We're fully mobile, we've got our first few mist generators under production, so really, at this point, we're just trying to knock the last few things off our checklist. Speaking of which, we are currently headed towards a thoroughly doomed Synedrion haven. I mean, let's be honest here. Synedrion's on its way out in this campaign. We're really just prolonging the inevitable. But that doesn't mean we can't take advantage of the situation. We'll head over to this haven, see about capturing that Scylla, and failing that, we'll see if we can run it off instead and follow it back to its citadel. Either way, we'll have one more thing knocked off of our to-do list, and we'll be one step closer towards saving what's left of humanity. Let's get to it. Oh, and as for the new guys, they're just gonna go get some rest real quick. Alright, let's get in there. Now, we should be pretty well equipped for this, but we don't know what the engagement range will be, so we're going to go in heavy with assaults and snipers. If we're lucky, we might be able to lock this thing down in a single turn. Well, we can already hear her. And there she is, practically right on top of us. Good lord, I have never seen a crab queen with quite that much firepower. Blaster cannons, spitterhead, and mist launchers. Oh, but all that extra firepower seems to come at a pretty serious trade-off, because I have never seen a Scylla that's quite this fragile. I think we can actually work with this. Yeah, no other enemies in sight, so let's see if we can do a one-turn takedown here. First things first, we need to trim that armor. Triton in sight. Standard battle configuration. Low-tier assault rifle. Wiggly arms. Nothing to worry about.
I'm on the move. Yeah.
Alright, not bad. We trim the armor off the head, the arms, most of the legs. Oh, and the torso as well, so actually not bad at all. Okay, let's start pelting her with darts.
Preparing to fire. Right there.
Five by 5. Advancing. Identifying. I'll get him next time.
We'll have to push our luck here.
Halt.
I'm ready.
And that should do it. Let's knock down that Triton. Gunner Arthron.
Preparing to fire.
I guess that'll have to do. Just use Valinrook as cover. Let's grab these civilians.
Pushing on.
Moving to coordinates.
And fall back. We've got a couple of pings on the rooftop here. I don't like that. Okay, you know what? That might be civilians on the rooftop, but I'm guessing it's probably not.
Be right there.
Let's take a chance here. Yep, that was definitely a mutant. Thank goodness for that. Let's get Overwatch set.
Here.
Guess that's a free action. Siren. Those civilian losses are going to be a problem. Oh, hello there. Okay, that could have been worse. Alright, let's get these guys clear. The big problem here is that every time we lose a civilian, we also lose 2 will points. The last thing we want is to fall into a panic loop.
I'm ready.
Five by 5.
Don't want to risk a point-blank return fire. The new update seems to now cause containers to give off life sign pings.
I'm here.
Not sure why, but we can probably ignore that.
Ready to fire.
Not great, but it's a start.
We got him.
Wait for it. Nice.
Enemy down.
Very nice. Thank you, Valen.
All set. Here we go.
All right. I think we can start focusing on more distant foes. Nicely fired. Not quite enough. Not what I was going for, but sure, that works.
Preparing to fire.
Alright, that buys us 13 turns. Hopefully, that should be more than enough.
I'm here.
Whoop. Sorry. I like how tagging them in mid-movement often seems to give them second thoughts. Frenzied. Okay, we're doing fine so far, but there's still a lot of enemies on the field. And we're leaking will points like a sieve. Well, let's keep whittling away.
I'm ready. Just a bit off.
Ah, didn't time that right.
What's our move?
Meant to fire when he was peeking.
All set.
Oh, nice shot. Okay, we know there's at least one more civilian in here, which buys us a little more time. We'll stay focused on the left flank for now.
Let's go.
Nicely fired. Alright, let's prep for incoming.
Repositioning. Standing by.
We could use a better angle on that door.
Be right there.
There we go.
Covering.
Oh, hey there. We might actually be able to help that guy. Never mind.
Target missed.
Mark's getting worn down. Oh, yeah. They are focusing fire. Oh, that's not good. Multiple sirens incoming. Okay, the good news is that Alois actually makes all nearby allies immune to panic. So we're fine. For now.
Repositioning.
Let's get Mark patched.
You'll need this.
Thank you, Priest. You are literally a lifesaver. Oh boy. Alright, we are about to be overwhelmed here. But let's see what we can do. I guess we'll start by weeding out the chaff.
Hope I don't miss.
Very dramatic.
On the mark.
Nice. Okay, now we have to deal with this gunner. But we have to be careful about how we approach him.
Ready to engage. Target hit.
That'll do it. Thank you, Leroy.
Moving out.
Now, we really just have to worry about the 3 sirens bearing down on us. Ah, plus this guy on the roof.
Ready to engage.
Okay, well, I think we're in a pretty good position to take the Triton out. Oof, maybe not. Hey, that worked out. Nice.
Let's just get this over with.
Alright, so he's got regeneration. That will not drop him.
Comes online.
Okay, I see what we can do here. Yeah. It's a shame she doesn't have acid spit, but I think we can actually put those injector arms to good use. That should prevent her from using mind control. Alright, that just leaves the fish on the roof.
I'm going. Identify.
Okay, let's get our Overwatch set, and I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Holding position. Oh no, not again.
Well, that could have gone better.
Huh, weird. Okay, I am not going to question it. Let's get in there and neutralize those sirens.
Moving.
On my way.
Guess we'll go for the fish butt.
Succeeded. Repositioning.
Let's get Mike back up there.
Moving to coordinates.
All set.
Whoop, should have seen that coming. And that guy is on the run. Nice try. Right, let's wrap this up.
I'm ready.
First things first, we need to take this thing's head off. There we go. One free siren. And now, we just need to take out that Triton, who has entrenched himself in the upstairs bedroom. We'll just kind of cover him from all angles.
Holding position.
Yeah, no easy way up there. Not from here, anyway.
Covering.
I guess we'll prep to cap this siren, too. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, well, there we go. Nicely done, eh, squad? Couple of minor injuries, but I'd say that went pretty smoothly. I mean, we did have 60% civilian casualties, but, what are you gonna do? Oh, hey, look at that. We pulled our first spider gun, too. Not the most practical weapon, but definitely a fun one. Anyway, let's have a look at this thing. Scylla vivisection. The Scylla must be kept in a constant state of sedation. All sanctioned research sessions must be supervised by armed personnel at all times. I think we'll bump that one right to the top of the queue. At this point, we really just need an acid worm, a goo chiron, and we need to track down a Pandoran citadel. Which, unfortunately, we cannot do here. Since we've captured the Queen, it's already downgraded to a layer. Anyway, primary objective complete, and we are past the 40-minute mark, but let's go get those scans started. Maybe clear a few more nodes. Oh, you know what? Let's get those last couple of mist repellers started. Very nice. I guess we'll just start poking around out here. Check out some of these nodes. Ah, we don't have enough scanning towers. Alright, well, just chill out there for a moment.
The New Jericho Haven is under attack.
Well, that is just an interfaction dispute, so we'll ignore that. The Temple. The Helios 3 has detected an abandoned structure. On landing, our operatives have been able to identify it. Someone has constructed a huge metal spire, welding together hundreds of pieces of abandoned junk into a strange object that, at 20 to 30 meters in height, towers over the landscape around it. Okay, well, I think it's safe to say that we could put that to better use, so yeah, we'll tear it down. With blood, sweat, and heavy-duty cutting equipment, our team managed to hack apart the structure. No one will ever know what it was for. There's a slight hit to our reputation with the Disciples, but you know what? At 450 material, I'm gonna say it was worth it. Moving on. Okay, I think the B squad has had just about enough R&R. Let's get them back out in the field. I guess we should get the other Helios back in the action, too. And I guess we'll get the Manticore 2 back to Player's Handbook. Scavenging site. We will keep that in mind. Phantom's Forge. Phantom's Forge is one of the stranger independent havens. Cybernetics are mandatory here. Every single inhabitant is as much machine as flesh. The haven's leader, Ryan Dustin Wood, is a frightening, eccentric figure who rules with an iron fist. Literally. Dark rumors about his excesses in pursuit of mechanical perfection circulate in other havens, but the inhabitants seem happy enough, assuming those are real smiles and real teeth. Philosophically, Wood is most open to New Jericho, although he disdains their obsession with primitive humanity. But right now, New Jericho has what he needs, and ideological matters are secondary. Intriguing.
They're working on the tech I need, he hisses. I know it. A new generation of cybernetic implants. We had a deal. They promised they would deliver, but they didn't. Keeping it all for themselves. Profit first, progress later. Liars.
Wood wants us to infiltrate a New Jericho lab and retrieve the blueprints for the cybernetic prototypes they're developing. He's willing to pay for our services. Now that is an intriguing offer. I think we'll accept.
Good, good, he says with a smile,
and something inside of him seems to produce a whirring sound. Our operatives choose not to discover what it was. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Let's see here. Cybernetics for cybernetic deity. That will require us to get to South America, which we can't actually reach just yet. You know what? Let's go ahead and get another scan tower started. We're long overdue for one anyway. It's not like we can't afford it. Another scavenging site. Oh, and more tech from the Disciples. Acid weapons technology. The acid produced by some of the Pandoran organisms can be used to develop weapons capable of burning through enemy armor.
Research complete.
This technology integrates the corrosive fluid produced by acid worms into grenades and small caliber rounds. Although the process is entirely safe, a certain degree of caution in their use is nevertheless advised. Now, normally those weapons are pretty gimmicky, but they have actually boosted the effectiveness of acid with the latest balance patch. We might actually give those a shot. Advanced acid technology. The New Jericho Research and Development Group have managed to create a prototype heavy cannon capable of effectively firing acid-filled ammo without risking the weapon itself. Investing the time to streamline the production process would make this type of weapon set for mass production. Acid weapons efficiency increased by 20%. Interesting. Also interesting to note that they name-drop New Jericho in there, even though this is actually unique to the Phoenix Project. What's left behind? Our operatives have landed near an old school. The buildings nearby are all abandoned, and cars block the streets. The school is overgrown with mutated vegetation. These jobs are never fun. Exploring the ruins means rooting through people's lives, coldly evaluating the remains of who they were to see what's useful and what's not. You have to forget that children played here before the virus came. We've acquired some resources. Well, that's a bummer. Moving on. Alright, folks. We're past the 50-minute mark at this point, and I think we've actually made some pretty solid progress, so this brings us to a pretty good stopping point for now. We've captured our first Scylla, we unlocked a couple of new research projects, and I think we're right on the verge of finally getting some real answers about the virus. We'll hit the pause button for now, but we will pick up here next time, as we continue our scans and keep preparing for the inevitable end. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Phoenix Point, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official Discord server, the official Facebook page, the official Twitter feed, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Fig. Links are in the description.